Hello, you funky freaks. Welcome to the Lore Boys.
Let me reach into here, grab some of our mail.
It's not picking up on mic, buddy.
Can't hear it.
We got so much mail. I should have got a cutting board and some paper.
I was going to say, Jamie, it's your cutting board.
Yeah.
My noise gate. I have a noise gate.
I mean, Discord
I'm not going
has
to mess
one
with
too.
my stuff. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't start fiddling with your volume knobs so you could rustle a plastic grocery bag in the listeners' ears. But
it's better than that. It's a
dog poop bag. Yeah.
Okay.
Empty.
You can put groceries in it. Small groceries, right?
Yeah.
Imagine
There's
getting like
nothing in the rule book.
a big load of groceries and just putting it in 200 dog poop bags and walking out with it.
trying to fit a box of fucking Cheerios in the goddamn thing. You know
The
what?
one time recently,
You know
I
what? You just crack the top open. You just pour the Cheerios right in, like pour them raw in there.
As someone who goes back and forth from the grocery store a lot, I've had a bag of chips that I knew, like I had tortilla chips. I was going to make nachos for dinner, and the bag was too big for my backpack. So I just popped it and I squeezed it and I put it in my backpack. And I'm like, you know what? It's not going to go stale by the time I get them home.
Why not? Don't worry. You're thinking outside of the box there, dude.
Yeah. We're here to do mail today, huh? We're catching up on our mailbag. We haven't done it in 2 whole dang years.
2 years, yeah.
I mean, there's been too much good content that we've covered. Honestly, it's been a very good 2 years. I think we've covered a lot of very important shit. So
yeah, Magic, 40K, Magic. You know, it's really been a whirlwind time for us.
I went back to BattleTech, did that dumb vampire shit.
True.
Had a really big Lord of the Rings phase.
Oh
yeah, exactly. Jamie learned to read and did Lord of the Rings a bunch. I still can't read. That's me next year. Next mailbag, I'll tell you guys whether or not I can read.
Yeah, it's been so long. I don't even remember how we normally do this, but we're going to read some of your guys' viewer mail to us in the comments on our website, loreboys.com. If you want to hear these, maybe we'll do it again within 2 years. I think that's the plan. This is like an easy episode for us and one that we enjoy doing usually. So I don't know why we don't do it more often, but
I think it's to build up a good catalog because we don't want to get like, I don't know how many of our listeners are like fucking boomers who send emails, right? We do so much interaction on the Discord linked below that like we're gonna see a thing you say probably, right? Like back in the day if you wanted to send an email. But of course, contact at loreboys.com, loreboyspodcast@gmail.com. Fire away, because we love just having just like a little catalog to just when it is 30 degrees after 8 o'clock, it is very nice to just have some emails and do very, very little thinking, I think.
Yeah, 30 degrees in communist temperatures. So
yeah, Celsius.
We didn't talk about it beforehand. We just say their first names just to be sure we're not doxing them. And I remember I said this the last time, and then I would say their full names.
We always do. We always do. It's going to happen again. But I think if we recognize their Discord handles, I think go with that first and foremost.
Yes.
So maybe read before you speak. And we've done this for 8 years now. Surely the other two of us can vamp for 20 seconds while you try and suss out who the person who wrote this thing is, which I didn't do when listener of the show Jodo just messaged us on Discord when I said this is going to be a mailbag episode, and he said, could you do mine from 2 years ago? And I pulled up his brothers because obviously Jodo and Avo are brothers, right? And so he's like, I sent it on this day, and they sent emails on the same day. What a brotherly thing to do. If you have a sibling, write to the Lore Boys on the same day. June 28th is write to Lore Boys Day. Officially, okay. So
honestly, that the my summer is very front loaded already. My name day, very Greek thing, June 29th. My birthday, June 30th, 28th. Nothing. Do it. Email the Lore Boys Day. We can do it. We'll get it on the Canadian calendar as well. It's gonna be great. Mr. Prime Minister, if you're listening, Mr. Carnage, please.
So, longtime listener and supporter of the show, Jodo says, "Hey guys, it's Jodo 180. My younger brother, the aforementioned Avo, recommended you guys for me to listen to at work, and I was the one to convince him to become a patron. Big ups to him because y'all have been helpful keeping me up to date on things he likes, Magic and Warhammer. Seeing as he gave me some good advice, what is the best advice you ever got from a family member of close friend?" So I do remember, we definitely read this one because I actually remember the advice that I gave you, which was advice from my dad, where he said, you only live once. and he was kind of referring to.
Oh, you said get a business loan. I remember this too. You're like, take out loans, go crazy.
Take out loans, go crazy.
Put under your brother's name.
Get your bag, exactly. Which my dad was. I mean, he was a pretty successful businessman, but he had a pretty progressive heart in him. And he didn't mean it in a screw everyone else over way. It was in a very much like put your own oxygen mask on before you help the person sitting beside you.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, hey, it's a tough capitalist world out there, man. You make sure you and your family are okay, and then do what you can for everyone else. Was the advice that he gave me. So
it still drives me crazy that our dads never got to meet, considering your mom and my dad went to school together, because both of them were so similar as this like prickly kind of Canadian conservative, very rude old man, but not rude in a cruel or mean-spirited way whatsoever. Absolutely, what my ex-girlfriend used to call wholesome masculinity is just like because when she saw my dad interacting with his grandchildren, my stepbrother's children, it's just like, yeah, like I know all the things he says. Like he says rude things all the time to get a rise out of people because he's like a pre-internet troll, but ultimately like is very kind and like deeply loving. Basically, just like very much the same thing.
Yeah, dad's rule, of which Jodo is one recently, right?
As of this week, let's go.
As of this week, like a couple days ago.
Congratulations!
Right? Holy moly! Congrats!
If you look at the fertility boon, we've realized, which is just a thing now, we're killing the enemies of the proletariat. So we killed. It took a while, but who was the war criminal who worked with Richard Nixon?
Not Dick Cheney. Henry Kissinger.
It has Henry Kissinger. We did kill him. We killed Coolio. Not really sure why. Had to.
for all the bootleg gaming games that he stole.
I think that was Soulja Boy.
Oh damn! I'm getting my my mid-aughts hip hop artists mixed up.
Yeah, exactly.
Ethan, was that email one that you found, or that is like I'm up now? I'm on Josh, right?
Yeah, you can do Jodo now. You can do, you can do Avo.
Avo. Okay. Mm-hmm. I didn't see that one. That one was
because I didn't put it in. Like I said, he said, "Could you add my email from this date?" I said, "Sure, no problem." And then I saw their last name, which we didn't share. Right. Recognized it as his last name, and then said, "Oh no, wait! This is." As soon as I opened up Avo's, I was like, "This is the wrong one. This is the other brother."
Okay. Just want to make sure I'm reading the right one. But this one is from Avo.
Avos we also read last year, I will say. That's one I also remember.
Hey, boys, I'm listening to mailbag number 4. Sorry, Mambo number 5 on the brain. Hey, boys, I'm listening to mailbag number 4 at the time of writing and just had to get in on it. Thanks for the video, James. Knowledge to Parley. Telephone to my friends would like some Dark Cloud and Imperial Guard lore with love, Avocado Man. So I've played a good amount of Dark Cloud. I remember looking it up and not being inspired to write an episode, but that game is you do the floor you're on and you fight the things until you beat it so you can get the better sword so you can fight the next floor so you can get the nicer boots so you can fight the next floor so you can get the nicer whatever, and then you just go back and farm over and over again. I remember a lot of farming in the PS2 Dark Cloud, but
very Legend of Zelda coded, very Ocarina of Time.
It seems like Sony's answer to Zelda back in the day, and it just got none of the fun of like the exploration and the storytelling and just all of like combat and grinding the same thing over and over again. Not quite the same feel when you play the games. But and Imperial Guard, is that Elden?
Imperial Guard is Warhammer. That's the Astra Militarum. It's the little guys who fight alongside the big super soldiers.
Okay.
I'll do someday.
Nice.
I see.
Can't believe I haven't at this point, honestly.
That's another game I finished is the Warhammer 40k Space Marine I finished this week.
Okay, we're talking about that on the bonus, not on this, right? Yeah. So, watch yourself, okay? That's for the paid listeners. Okay?
All right.
You save it. I didn't tell the paid listeners about golfing this week, so I could tell them next week, okay?
You're right, Ethan. That's why you're in charge. So I'm going to pass it off to Peter.
That'd be moi in this case here.
Okay, this person has a name on the Discord, so
which I will be using because it's in the subject line.
Don't worry, I'll police you guys. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
You should use it the way he signed it, though.
Oh, absolutely.
I will do that actually. Hey, this is Xander, the Cucklord Supreme, with a few quick cues. You guys have covered Beast Wars on the pod. What do you think about covering the Xbox 360 titles War on Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron? The games are Gears of War look-alike and look amazing. This is funny how this email, I think, predates my Transformers obsession. But we did cover this game's universe. These games are based on a book called Transformers Exodus, which we did an episode about a billion years ago at this point. So this has been done. I don't know if in the time between this email and the actual episode coming out, but we did do Transformers Exodus, which covers like the plot of like leading up to the war as well as the Exodus from Cybertron itself. And the games are good. I don't think they're for sale anymore. Like they got delisted from every storefront, basically by Activision. The toys look cool. I don't have any of them. Never bothered collecting. But yeah, the War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron are both really, really fun. I remember the multiplayer where you can transform is fun. Like I just played with randos like Deathmatch, and I always played as like a robot. You customize your robot, and then I just chose my alt mode as a jet. And like I remember getting a couple of kills, and then you just turn into a jet and fly away. That's crystallized dopamine, dude. It's great. Like it's actually very cool.
Pete does love his transforming robots. That's one thing we can all agree on here.
Dude, Beast Wars. The first thing I ever bought with my own money was a Beast Wars Transformer because I was on screen in the movie Affliction with Nick Nolte for half a second, and they paid me enough money to go to Toys R Us and buy 2 Transformers when I was 6 years old. It was like the first thing I did in Montreal when I moved here, and first thing I ever did with my own money. So it was fated, and we have Nick Nolte to thank. I hope he's well.
Thank you, Nick Nolte.
Has
his own about him on tomorrow's bonus.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Even weirder than that, and I know I said we're not going to talk about games we played on this because we do it on the bonus, but the Demon Bluff playtest that I talk about on the bonus, Xander is playing right now. It's a little
crazy.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
This is all made up. None of the people exist out there.
No,
we're all just talking to the void, and it's all made up. Yeah.
The email continues here. What would you think about doing a redux of the Doom lore? Just specifically Doom 1, 2, Hell on Earth, and 64 and the Lost Levels, 2016, Eternal, and the Ancient Gods DLC. In the intervening time, we have done this. Thank you. Because I was very excited for Dark Ages, which I ended up liking, and we did do a redux. So I'm glad. Again, I'm always happy to fulfill a dying little boy's wish.
I did the next one.
I imagine every single one of you as a Make-A-Wish child that I am just making happy, basically. Sonic the Hedgehog has been kind of pushed aside. Yeah, obviously. What about the lore of Shadow the Hedgehog? Boom! Jamie got it. Fucking number one
sniping them.
Yeah, exactly. Five Nights at Freddy's? I don't know about that one. Matt Pat did. Matt Pat has like a Grecian epic poem about Five Nights at Freddy's. What the fuck could we possibly add other than talking about coming a couple times? I don't really know.
It's a pretty good ad, though. That sounds pretty cool, huh?
It does, yeah. And then which lore boy would be replaced if you were forced to? I don't know if the artwork on Instagram pulls in a lot of views. I love it.
Okay,
I don't know if the title cards are mad important.
What do you mean by forced to? Because I think it's me for sure. I have too many other commitments and I'm the first one with commitments and obligations that would overwhelm me to the point where I would maybe have to step away. Not that I'm planning on stepping away from the pod or anything like that, but I'm like with a kid, a family and all, like a house and all these other things. And
I never thought about your family and responsibility. I was just thinking about output, and I was just like, what do each one of us bring? And I was like, my thing is the artwork, and I don't think it's I don't think we build the show on top of that, right?
No, but what do Jamie and I do? I guess we edit, but you can figure out how to edit pretty easy. You can figure out how to edit before I can figure out how to fucking draw.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Let's be real. I've done some banger title cards in my time, right?
I think you've got a gold, silver, and bronze. I think you've done enough for a full podium. Yeah, very good.
Right? That's a phenomenal one. And then I remember Metroid, of course, the classic. I'm sure I've done others, but I don't remember any.
I forgot that you did a few of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
Metroid, Starfield. But Starfield, my Starfield art wasn't even late. You were just like the giraffe with the crocodile feet is just going to be my thing. And you just did it on your own.
I've done it a few times. So I'm like, I could think of a funny thing, and I just decide to Photoshop.
Didn't you do a thing with Timothy Chalamet for Dune?
Yes, yes, yeah. Timothy Chalamet with like a picture of me censoring his nipple.
The wide Pete censoring his nipple. Yeah. So Jamie, you're out. Me and Pete can do the art. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, Jibo.
Yeah. Who would have remembered that if not?
That's true. Yeah. It's so funny.
No, you're kidding. God damn it.
Yeah. Okay. So the council has spoken. Jamie, in that case. Thank you for your time and have a great year. Xander the Cucklord Supreme, lol, JK.
I'm not
I am going to send you an auto reply because the auto reply for Cucklord Supreme is I'm down for whatever, which I'm going to do.
We used to do that. Well, don't worry. We'll hit you all with auto replies today. Okay.
I'm down for whatever.
Down for whatever.
That's what I have.
Next up, we have Short Tall Morlock. And I'm going to say, I've read this a few times and you sent us gibberish, but I will read it because it seems okay. This is from 2023. I think ChatGPT was a thing, but this feels like just like iterative words coming out, being spewed onto a sheet. Short, tall Morlock here, talking to you from this volatile void to ask since it's lunch in this metal coffin about a certain amount of food-based media for lore. How about Baki, the most foodie type of show, a character called Pickle? Truly a show the Great British Bake Off wishes it could be at the top of the food hierarchy. Paula Deen wishes she could suplex a T-Rex with her flabby southern arms. Ka-chink, heh. And then there's a picture of a man standing with his back to us in a darkly lit corridor, a la Severance.
It's very Slender Man, also.
Yeah, sure.
I want to move on because it's making me uncomfortable.
Oh wait, I gotta hit him with an auto reply. So I'll hit an auto reply. It's gonna be thanks, or it's gonna be yum with an exclamation point.
Nice.
Send that his way.
I already hit him with a thanks for the tip. So you guys, some of you are gonna get.
It's my email, okay? I get to do the auto reply. You son of a bitch. Okay. Fair. Jesus.
Fair.
You're all sorts of disorderly today. Can I say?
Or getting rid of you.
You know, I don't want to
remember why we got rid of him.
I don't want to go anywhere, but I gotta say, after 8 years of doing this thing, when we get the occasional week off, you feel it. It's like, wow, sure. there's something you
doing
don't
the mailbag
have to
tonight. I was like, I don't need to draw anything.
Yeah.
And I missed too, like during my birthday and whatnot, like earlier in the summer when I was just like partying too much, but like I felt bad about missing those. This week is just fucking. I need to change a 4 to a 5 on a JPEG and then upload it to the internet tomorrow. And it's gonna be at 1:45 to midnight. Okay, like I'm not. I'm not doing it early.
All right, Beef Supreme. One of the good boys. We see him in Discord. I've seen him in my stream. I think he's like over a year subbed in my stream now.
Hell yeah! Thank you.
One of the OGs.
Goated.
What's up, Beef? So he says, hello, Lord Gentlemen, Beef Supreme TV. Your podcast is always the highlight of my commute. Yours is the only podcast I really look forward to. I like the way you said that. You've also really got me into forklifting as a hobby. I can't thank you enough. I used to be more active in the Discord until the recent arrival of the little Veal Supreme TV, but I'll be back in good time. Oh, congrats to you.
Yeah, congrats 2 years ago.
Our podcast really does increase people's fertility. What the fuck is this?
I think people just fuck, dude.
Yeah. We've had 2 people have babies listening to the show. Yeah. If anything, it does the opposite, Peter. Okay.
I was just gonna say, it's like no one who listens to Joe Rogan gets anyone pregnant, but for us, it's maybe, I don't know. I believe it. Lord Boys can. I make shit up about Lord of the Rings all the time. Fuck you.
Yeah, the reason our fertility rates drop so low is because those sperms will shoot a hole through a corrugated tin. Okay, so you got to be careful after listening to Lord Boys. What you're doing out there? Stay safe.
You be busting too hard.
I know that you often get lore requests in these emails, but I had something else in mind. I don't know why, dude, but just I was thinking of what you're saying. I'm just like people getting like really like fertile by listening to really nerdy content, and for some reason I had the image of people at a game store, or like Space Marines in their full armor, just placing figurines of like little Discord mods down onto things.
Like the opposite.
Yeah, exactly. It's just
you have a fine tipped brush to do the neck acne from the beard.
Yeah, exactly. No,
I play my strongest Discord kitten.
Yeah.
You better watch out.
All right. So I always thought it'd be fun if you did an episode on something one of the other boys is an expert on. Peter researching and writing a World of Warcraft episode, for example, or James doing a D&D one. No help from the expert topics on the research. It'd be interesting and fun to see what piques the interest of the boys who have only heard parts of the story. That would be interesting. It put a lot of pressure on, like in that case, Peter, right, to learn World of Warcraft and present it to me. I feel like
I think there is a way to do it, and I think Beef, you got it a little backwards. Where I think the expert would have to say, research this topic and tell it to us. Kind of like I think if you're doing D&D, I would have to say, go research this because there will be enough for you to make an episode on, so you don't have to because that's a big thing when we're doing. Why I stick to Magic and Warhammer so much is because it's familiar. So when I'm researching, there's a lot less preliminary research I need to do to figure out what is the world, is there enough for an episode, et cetera, et cetera. So I think same thing. I couldn't tell Jamie go do an episode on D&D because it's so broad and without the baseline. He might pick. I think Displacer Beasts are cool and they are super cool, but you're gonna get 2 paragraphs out of researching them, right? So he's gonna waste 20 minutes researching Displacer Beasts and be like, oh, I guess I can't do this. I got to find something else,
Yeah.
But it could be fun for sure.
It is interesting. I was thinking, I'm one of my last episodes, right? Aragon. And one of the things I chose to focus on was the parallels between that and Star Wars, and then what plagiarism means and stuff, to try initiate a conversation.
We also got the Magnus clear. We don't plagiarize anybody. Thank you very much. Our attorney said no, it's fine.
I feel like even me on a different day might have taken a different angle on that. So just to hear someone tell a story that you're from, it would be cool. I actually really like that idea.
At this point, with our collective memories, I could just go do an old episode that Jamie did and wouldn't remember. I could just pick from the catalog something that I could do BioShock and I'd be like, I don't fucking remember any of the BioShock lore.
I don't remember any of that either.
Yeah, nothing happened on that episode.
That's true. Twice or something, whatever it was.
So yeah, keep up the great work. The professional and amateur forklifting community appreciate all you do. Seriously, you've built such a wonderful community, and we are all better because of your hard work. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Beef.
Thank you, Beef.
I like that you're around, man. Good to see you.
It took me so long. I had to rewatch Idiocracy to realize your display picture on Discord wasn't you and was actually the character Beef Supreme TV from Idiocracy, who actually has no lines of dialogue and I believe drives an execution monster truck that he tries to kill Luke Wilson with.
Mm-hmm. Sick.
Yeah. I had a revelation when I rewatched that movie and I was like, oh, that's who this guy is.
That's the guy from the Discord.
Okay, yeah. That's guy from Discord. Also,
for the listeners at home who can't see it, Jamie's when Jamie was talking about focus, his camera was super, super unfocused. He's been having trouble with it. He just pulled it up to his face, gave it a kiss for good luck. We're getting close-ups of his pores now. Oh, another kiss.
Pretty good.
That's normally Patreon exclusive content.
Yeah.
He doesn't even kiss the camera. Oh, we're seeing his burn scar, his belly burn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the burn scar that he has on his stomach from a cast iron pan. Jesus. My God. All right. Next, we're talking to Drake. Not the one you're thinking of, thankfully.
Dragon Lord, who I think might be Drago on the server, but don't know for sure. Don't know for sure.
Anyway, hello. Hello, lore boys. I love the show and I've been a listener for over 4 years. I wanted to ask you for 2 different flavors of lore. The first is more Sonic lore. Shadow counts, we did it. I've always been a Sonic fan, and I hate how memey and especially how much of a furry thing it has become. Same. Those furries, the salt of the earth.
Do you remember the first Sonic? We did the Chaos Emeralds or something. I forget exactly the topic, but we were still recording at my place. Yeah. And that's when we used to drink a lot. And we just got drunk and all looked up our X the Hedgehog name. So we looked up Ethan the Hedgehog and we just read through a bunch of them and lost our shit.
I still remember Peter the Hedgehog is like a stoner with a surfboard from that one. Like that's a core Lore Boys memory for me. Was Peter the Hedgehog in 2016. I don't know if anybody's updated it. Maybe there's more inflation stuff. I hope not, but whatever.
I don't remember Ethan the Hedgehog at all.
That's out of my control at this point.
There's a
Um,
bunch for James. I remember like looking through and choosing.
Yeah, it's
which
kind of
one
a
I would like.
basic bitch kind of name, you know.
None of us have a particularly exotic name.
No, we
Right.
don't.
I got you
Um,
both beat. I think. Come on,
Ethan?
Yeah.
come on, Peter. You're both you're apostles. Like
Yeah,
both
yeah,
of
yeah.
you.
I was trying to think. I was
Fuck
like,
yourself, man.
I don't know a second Ethan. Not that I can think of, at least.
I've
You're-
never met
you're-
another Ethan in person.
Yeah, but I know like a billion Jims, and then frankly, like 3 or 4 other Peters. It's not as common as I feel like it should be. But yeah, anyway.
Well, I wonder where that bias comes from, huh?
Yeah, I know, I know.
I feel like there should be more
I hear it
people
every
named Peter.
day. It seems like most people should, personally. I would specifically like to hear about Silver the Hedgehog, a psychic from a dystopian future who came back in time to stop an apocalypse. Great.
Cool.
The second is Ben 10 lore. That comes up a lot, but I didn't grow up with
Somebody
cable.
was just asking for that.
I have
the other day.
I don't know anything about Ben 10 other than it's a kid with a watch where he can turn into monsters. Seems neat.
Oh,
That stuff gets crazy with insane amounts of time travel. At some point, the entire multiverse is destroyed and an exact copy is created, but only one person remembers the old one. Sincerely, Dragon Lord.
So Drago from the Discord server did request Ben 10 lore at some point. Not sure.
I
Still
feel
not
like
sure if it's the same one or not. The
it
first
might
person
be-
ever to request Ben 10 lore in our server, Jodo. Go figure. Huh?
wow.
Sorry, buddy.
Very recently, Forshi asked for it. Every year that we get at least one. So, what is he? He's like a spy, right? He's like a Kim Possible, but if it were a boy, what if a spy was a boy?
But I think he turned. What if Spy was boy? What if James
Yeah.
Bond was a man?
I think
Um,
we've all been 10. We've all been 10 and 11 and 12 and 13.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, true. So true, man. That's good. We got another one from Xander here. He says, "Hey, boys, it's Xander again. I have some lore suggestions for all. First, some more Dragon Ball lore. I think we did it in the last 2 years, right? Jamie went on his kick at some
Yep.
point. Maybe it was
Yep.
right before this episode. I don't know, or before the last mailbag. I don't know. What specifically, I can hear you ask? Well, maybe the lore of the Namekians, including the Grill Master Piccolo. I probably said on our DBZ episode, my favorite character from DBZ is Piccolo. Or the lore of Cold King, his son Frieza, and his cooler older brother. I'll throw my weight behind the request for more Doom lore, which we did do. And we already addressed in your last
you,
email,
fam.
Xander. Get off our back, man. What the heck? And finally, I'd like to request more Castlevania lore, specifically the lore of the Sorrow duology, Aria of Sorrow and Dawn of Sorrow for the GBA and DS, respectively. Anyway, thanks for the repeated laughs and good times. I foresee many drinks in your future. And I'm going to hit, cheers, boys, Xander. I'm going to hit you with a got you down with an exclamation point, buddy.
I never answer like
Ooh,
I
yes, forgot.
have an email account with like a lot of emails that I've never answered. Like in my work life, I answer everything, but in my personal life, I answer nothing.
Yeah, same.
And
same.
this makes me want to go back and answer all the emails like from 10 years and just act like they should have known. Yeah. Or like just be like, yeah, you already told me about this in 2025 or whatever. You know what I mean? Like just go off on them. But who's up next? It's me, right?
Say
You.
Vu.
You're
Jamie.
the J in EJP.
So we're on Tyrese. What's up, Tyrese?
Hi, Tyrese.
What's up, Tyrese?
Hey, lore boys, and greetings from the awful state of Utah. It was great to hear the reaction that you boys had during Mailbag 5 when Peter read the forbidden email.
I think this is when I gave out his full name, and at the end it was like, "Please don't read this on the episode." And I was like, "Oh, whoops."
All right.
I think that's why we have our new policy that we established.
No.
today.
I want to make it clear. This is from day one. This was our policy from the very first mailbag. This was something that we always tried to do and always failed to do.
I
Let's not read
remember.
people's last names.
Ethan was passing around his like Chromecast or his like Chrome workbook or whatever. That we were reading it off of at my place. Yeah. And I definitely said someone's full name. I'm pretty sure our mod David. I've said his full name. Anyways,
We'll dox any of you fuckers. Okay, watch yourself.
Yeah. He's credited it with his real name in my comic, which I cleared him as. I was like, you helped produce it, full name, user. He's like, full name. Like, you guys could fucking kill him. The comic's out. I don't need him anymore.
anyways, I wanted to make a lore request about H.P. Lovecraft and the horrors beyond comprehension. It'd be cool to hear the gods of the universe, but if not, oh well. I think we've done some type of Lovecraft. Ethan has.
We did
right?
at least one.
Yeah.
I've done two. I think at least two, maybe. But I've done Nyarlathotep and one of the other ones, one of the other old gods, maybe three. I don't know. The next won't be Lovecraft, but the next Lovecraft adjacent one I will do will be The King in Yellow per Commodore Turtle and
Oh,
Saucy.
nice. Okay.
I actually want to read it before I do, so I just got.
I had started the audiobook, but I will stop if that's on your list. Never mind.
Don't stop reading on my account, Pete. If you want to do it, then we can fulfill the last request from Beef Supreme where you do one of my episodes. You know?
Oh yeah,
we've all done Elder Scrolls. Absolutely, go off, King.
I switched to I'm still listening to Fingerprints of the Gods. I'm almost finished that book, and then I want to do Magicians of the Gods, so you've got plenty of time to read that.
Okay.
It's fucking awesome. That's all I can tell you.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love listening to the show each week during my 12-hour healthcare night shifts. Oh damn. I hope you're still doing well after 2 years of the night shifts.
No, he's doing them for his health, he says.
Oh, it's true. You're right.
I'm doing 12-hour night shifts for my health because I care.
I still have 48 podcasts to listen to before I'm fully caught up and a couple more Patreon episodes, but I digress. Thank you so much for your show. This is wonderful and have a great existence.
Okay, there's one correct. I don't know if you see the same auto replies as I do, but there's one correct auto reply here for me.
I got you?
No, of course you can. Because I don't think it's referencing anything.
I don't
for your show as it is wonderful and have a great existence. I have glad you enjoyed it. Of course you can, and I got you. None of which really makes sense, but
no, not at all.
I'm glad we're pumping $10 trillion into AI every month. You know,
yeah, exactly.
It's really producing results. That's what's.
We don't need a rainforest for drinkable water. What we really need is bad emails.
Yeah.
So
what I was thinking is those people that have been like with us for a while and have seen how these emails work and that they get one of these things like, of course you can, right? Mm-hmm. Like now they know that their episode's coming out soon when they get the auto reply. Like he's on his bike on his way to his 12-hour shift right now. And he just got a bading on his phone and he looks and it says, of course you can, from the Lore Boys from an email he sent 2 years ago. He's like, it's finally happening.
We're faster than some parts of like the government.
Right?
Yeah, come on,
man.
Yeah. Well, here you go. I sent you your auto reply, Tyrese. Have a good shift.
All right. My next one here, I'm doing, hey, boys.
He's got a call sign, Xander. It's cool.
Yeah, exactly. This one doesn't have auto replies, so I will actually write something out when I'm done.
Oh, true.
Yeah, which is fucked up. I don't know why this happens. Anyway, hello, Lore Boys. Xander is back, and I'm pumped to send you this email. I know I haven't talked about my origin story yet, so I'll be brief. I found you guys on Pandora while looking for podcasts about Mega Man X. Who the fuck has ever done that?
Been on Pandora?
Yeah, looking for Mega Man X on Pandora? Like, okay.
You got at least one, man.
That is the like sniper focused niche that we occupy, and that rules. Like, I'm glad. Like, Eric with a K found us on Spotify. Big deal, buddy. Loved meeting you. But come on, this is incredible.
Crunch at me for Mega Man X on Pandora.
This is like finding a fossil, basically, right? Like, and I've stuck around for a few months as of writing this email. Really love the episodes covering Kirby, Fire Emblem, Dead Space, Deus Ex, Blasphemous, Dishonored, Spyro, Castlevania, and Dragon Ball. If you want to shout out as my faves, the episode about Team Fortress 2. Curse you, Pete, for getting me into TF2 and reading the comics. You're welcome. Now I'm playing on 2 Fort on a weekly basis, thanks to you. And the J series of SCP for being so stupid. So that's a shout out to JB. And Mailbag too for being such a good time while being very serious near the end. We were probably drunk. I have no idea. If you boys,
any other mail, I've had a couple beers tonight, and I'm wondering when I'm gonna sprint sprang up from my chair to go get another one. There rose such a clatter, and it was me opening the fridge, grabbing another beer in a few minutes.
Okay.
But
I mean, we're at 33 minutes. I wanted to go grab one too. Maybe we break after this email.
After this email, yeah.
Okay.
I've had 2, and I bought some for the show because
every mailbag we have done, we have been egregiously drunk by the end of it.
Yeah,
I think this will be the soberest ever because it's a Monday night that we.
I only have 4 beers in my possession, and
I'm on light beer right now too. So.
Oh no,
I'm hitting the lights as well, but
I'm not.
Shame.
I've had 2. I've got my Grolsch here.
Okay. Well, I have had 2 regular beers, but I am on light beer now.
Okay, that's fine. Where were we here? Being so stupid and mailbag. Sorry. If you boys are willing, can you cover the lore of famous posers from Dragon Ball? Like Ginyu Force or some SCP? Those are very interesting to me. Thanks for tolerating this email. Love all the work y'all are putting into the podcast. Keep up the good work, boys. Jizz Williams out. And then the PS, I think, is just doxing stuff. So I will not be doing that, but I will give you a actual handwritten reply. Will not dox TYVM heart.
Awesome.
Wait, is this a different Xander? Is this not Zamber? Because they say they're on the Discord as someone else. So
this is as somebody else. I don't know. I'm sorry, but there's your handwritten reply instead of the auto reply. I don't know why it didn't do that one. But with that one, maybe we should read some more emails.
No, beer break.
The break.
Yeah.
Oh, after the break.
If
Damn,
you guys
got me with that one.
Before we take the break, if you want to get your emails in, go to our loreboys.com. You can give us an email too. You'll be in the next
If you
one.
get in the next 2 minutes while we're grabbing beer, we'll read it. Okay.
Oh fuck, that's true. Yeah.
Maybe.
Welcome back. We got an email from Samuel, Notorious SAM on the Discord.
So,
dear Lord Boys, this is your longtime fan and Discord member, Samuel, pronounced Samuel, which is also my Discord name, formerly known as Big Jim. Anyway, I've been meaning to write this email for months now. I only just got around to it today. I want to thank you boys for accepting me into this wonderful community. There are so many great people on the server, and there's always someone to talk to. You guys were there for me when I got fired from a crappy job that didn't care about me. You guys were there when I decided to take a leap and try college. Thank you for the whole server, all of you. Even Saucy and Turtle. I wouldn't lump those two into the same category, but you do you, Samuel. What can I say?
I'm sure they've butt heads once or twice on the server. We all get along now.
I think everyone's butted heads with Saucy at one point or another in the server. So that's not on Turtle. I don't think.
No.
I wanted to thank Ethan for the kind words he gave me while I was waiting for my grandma at the hospital. That really meant a lot to me. I'm sorry we're reading this 2 years later. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, but I'm glad I was nice to you. That's all I can say. I want to thank Pete for joining my birthday night and actually caring for what I had to say. And I want to thank Jamie for being so helpful and mostly for being really funny. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck?
Oh, I'm the cool one, dude.
You chill, man. What the
Two
hell?
hot takes in one paragraph is crazy.
All of you low boys and lower folk have been there through thick and thin. I just want to thank for being my friends. That's for you guys. That's for you, the listeners, who are, mainly the listeners in the Discord, but I'm going to extend it to everybody who listens to Lore Boys. Okay, Samuel can't stop me.
True. Samuel, I didn't know Big Jim and Samuel were the same person.
I didn't either. I read that.
Me
and I was
neither.
like, damn, dude.
Yeah.
He went through a metamorphosis.
Yeah.
But I would also like to put forth a few requests. Okay, down to brass tacks. I see how it is. Butter us up first, huh? First, I would like to request the lore of Star Trek. This is the very first thing I requested when I joined. I think Star Trek has some pretty cool lore between all the alien races like the Klingons, Romulans, Vulcans, Andorians, the Borg, the Liquid Space Aliens, the Q, the Dominion. Not to mention the Earth's history with stuff like the Eugenics Wars, World War III, the formation of the Federation, the super far future with the Time Cop Federation, and the shady Black Ops stuff of Section 31. Mostly, I just want you guys to see all the weird, goofy stuff that is canon to Star Trek. Like, there's a galactic barrier that you cannot pass, but is only in our galaxy. There are like 4 identical Earths just floating out there in space. Jesus was on one of them. At one point, Uhura gets her mind wiped by a sentient missile and doesn't get it back. She just has to relearn everything from scratch. I know I've already talked to Pete about it a little bit, but please consider covering it. I think it is interesting and makes for some really fun episodes. So since this episode, I've watched all of TNG, and I did absolutely love it. I'm watching Deep Space Nine right now. Would absolutely love to cover Star Trek. It is a little daunting, and like, how do I draw the lines? Like, I haven't watched the original. I don't know if I ever will watch the original because it might be a little dated. I'll watch a couple episodes at least. Maybe I'll look up a watch list, but I would love to do Star Trek at some point. It's very cool show.
Yeah. I'm really in a space like phase right now of like my literature and like gaming and everything, like reading The Expanse. I'm playing Mass Effect. I've been playing Star Wars. I'm just like really in a lot of space stuff right now. And I've been thinking about Star Trek. So I would love if Ethan would do that.
Me too.
Yeah.
My dad's a big original series guy. He watched it when he was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom used to call me Spock Eyes when I was angry because I would obviously furrow my brow, and Spock, the Vulcans are just like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Star Trek TNG. The Star Trek universe is very cool. TNG is such a phenomenal show. It's crazy.
Yeah. I used to fall asleep to it. When my ex-girlfriend lived with me, she would put on TNG to fall asleep. instead
Yeah.
of like ASMR. So I've heard the first
Instead of
10
The
minutes
Office.
of a few episodes,
Yeah.
basically, because like I'll put on a 10-minute YouTube video and will not finish it because I fall asleep fucking immediately.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm
If
God
you've
sleepy
ever-
soldier, dude.
If you've ever been in like an airplane or like a place where like it's climatized, that sound in the background, that gentle hum of an engine or like the sound of the air coming out of a vent, that just happens in the background of TNG, and you can pull it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Just like the background sound of
Enterprise background
vents.
noise. Yeah.
yeah, and put it on to sleep. Friend of the show, Bobby, does that to help him sleep. So
Yeah.
he told me that.
I know that last request was long, but I would also like to see an episode covering the book series The Alchemist's Secrets, but of the immortal Nicholas Flamel. The Alchemist's Secrets of the immortal Nicholas Flamel. There's lots of wacky lore and stuff that goes into these books. I highly recommend. Never oid of them. I would
Me
also like
neither.
to see Pete cover the lore of Godzilla Earth, the light novel and anime trilogy.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, so I know what Godzilla Earth is. I am sorry. I hated it. It's the CGI Netflix animes. So there's a CGI Netflix Transformers anime, which I think is wretched, and Godzilla Earth is also in that. And even after we had covered Doro Hidoro, and I tried to watch that, my brain, like it's uncanny valley. Like there was a CGI reptile in like my deep ancestral past, and I just hate CGI anime. I cannot do it. I'm so sorry.
I haven't found one yet that I really fuck
No.
with. Traditional anime, some of them are so fucking cool. We've talked plenty of times about the animation in One Punch Man and how incredible the fights
It's
are.
perfect.
But something about switching it to the CGI makes it weird for me too.
Yeah.
And lastly, got you with this one, Samuel. When are we going to see a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure episode? Well,
What if you had two?
Take fucking two, buddy. Okay.
Yeah.
Take two and
It's
call
a
me
really
in the
cool
morning.
move, and our part is just waiting 2 years and be like, yeah, we did everything.
Yeah, no, it's super cool, Jamie. Okay, is it really okay? Look, I get that you're the funny one and you're just trying to make jokes, okay? But Pete and I are the cool ones, okay?
Yeah.
So go fuck yourself, all right?
Your days are motherfucking numbered, for one, and two, we're in charge of this whole goddamn universe, so we can say, hey, it's done whenever we want. Okay.
Ethan also selected these emails. Maybe he only picked the ones that we'd already done the request for, so we could be like, yeah, did it.
You think
Power
I
move.
intentionally picked one that called you the funny one? Get out of town, man. Get out of town.
I peaked 2 years ago. That's why I
Yeah.
had a good phase there. I had like a good season.
You don't know that. Well, when we read emails in 2.5 years from now, maybe you're even funnier.
Who
Yeah.
knows?
No, maybe important to some people to say. We've not read these before. I did kind of like open them to make sure that it wasn't like a spam thing or like whatever, or some like weird contract thing that we were sending an email for. But no, we're live censoring any slurs that might be in these things. So.
we also didn't have a great idea of how many emails we had, because I was like, yeah, let's do a mailbag this week, but without looking at all. And then Ethan's like, okay, do we have emails? And then I started to think, like, I have no idea.
No idea.
I've not looked at
But then I'm like, oh, we've only got 25. Is it going to be enough? And now we've read 6, and we're 45 minutes in, and it's how
I
this
knew
goes
this was
every
gonna happen.
single
Yeah.
goddamn year.
It's beautiful. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Trust the process, guys.
Samuel ends by saying, anyway, sorry for the long email. I promise the next one won't be as sappy. Thank you, Lore Boys, for your great podcast, and thank you, Lore, for making a wonderful community. Aw, your friend Samuel. Thank you, buddy. P.S. When is Lore City going to be up and running? One of these days. I swear.
Still
we're gonna
no
be in
auto
Ohio.
reply on this one. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to auto reply myself, and my auto reply is Bazinga. So
Nice.
Got him.
you're getting a Bazinga, buddy.
All right. Without further ado, moving on to Jason, the Dungeon Dad. I'll only say the full thing because I don't think that's your last name.
If that's your legal name, you need to change it.
It's just like a troll dad who's just like really raising a nice family, you know?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Hey there, boys who lore. Just wanted to say thanks for covering Bloodborne. Because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be playing it now. In brackets for the first time. I remember recording that and really not enjoying it as the host. Feeling like I didn't know the topics well enough. Feeling like I didn't have the direction on it. Like I wasn't keeping you guys in line enough. And then I hear over and over again, this is an episode people really enjoyed. So it just goes to show that in the moment, sometimes we're not the best judges of what people like. I think FromSoft stuff just gets attention anyways, but I really thought that wasn't a great one. So I'm glad you
Early
enjoyed it.
on, I also,
Yeah.
I think hated every episode I hosted for like 2 years, just being self-conscious as if I had fucked it up. And then I used to vocalize after every episode, well, that was a good episode, which I wasn't talking to you two, I was talking to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to hate every episode you did too, Pete. So
oh fuck.
Yeah, it's tough. I think I've learned over time, like to not stress the details as much, because at this point, if you were here for every detail being perfect, you wouldn't be here at all. And
my
like,
favorite
just
mean comments to read on YouTube are just like, these guys spent 5 minutes talking about other stuff other than the Halo lore. And those are the ones that stick with me because I ended up kind of burning out on the Halo lore. I'm like, yeah, it fucking sucks, loser. Get out of here. You're lucky we talked for 5 minutes about ourselves.
No, yeah, the important thing is just have fun while we're doing
it.
Yeah. Okay, not I'm.
Not too big into the Skulls Barn.
Nailing it, man. I just love the long, heartfelt. Like I was used to be so self-conscious about how I would deliver these episodes. Coming off that, opening up with an M is just that's peak, man. Oh boy,
he is the funny one. He's got us beat.
He is the funny one. Absolutely.
See how much you've learned. I'm not too big into the Soulsborne type of games. The only one you beat was Wo Long. I highly recommend. Stumbled through some Dark Souls 2 on the 360. I say, despite the lore episode James did, which knowing with little I've learned from the game itself, I have absolutely no idea what's going on. There's a weird orby vortex in a courtyard that Meridiad me. Oh yeah,
what?
like Skyrim style. And drop me on the ground. I think it's when you have the Eye of Meridia in Skyrim and you go to the statue and it lifts you really high in the air.
Yeah, I remember that. Is he talking about... He didn't mention Skyrim. What's the orb that does that in Bloodborne or Dark Souls?
In Bloodborne. I don't remember.
Maybe in Dark Souls too. I don't know. He says, I don't know. It's an amazing game nevertheless. The art is wonderful. Combat feels good. Tough but fair. Would be reading. Pete, I totally get what you mean about the Kirkhammer. Kirkhammer, very fun.
Yes.
As a side note,
my main weapon in Bloodborne ended up being the Stake Driver. It's a very quick, jabby weapon with like a charge that does like 6,000%. Like,
how did a cow get a license? You know,
yeah, I went the same way. I was like, how do I get the beef joke into here?
Very good. And you're the funny one. Okay, yeah, you're the funny one.
You got it first, dude. You got it first. All right.
Blind
as
spots,
a side,
honestly, just checking them.
My girlfriend's in Alberta right now. She's been sending me pictures of cows. I've got steak on the brain, dude. We got all there is out there is friggin' cows and oil and mountains.
True, and wind called the Chinooks.
All right. As a side note, nothing to do with Bloodborne. Pete, what's your Warframe situation look like? Have you hit Steel Path? Tried new frames?
Yeah, I tried Steel Path. I never finished any of the planets. It's not fun, or wasn't at the time. I think at this point, I mean, I put obviously 1,000 hours into the game, so I do like it, but did start to drift away. My main is a newer Warframe because my main is still Gyre. I have not played this game in, I think, over a year. I will install it after.
Pause.
Yes.
Because your favorite thing is Gyre.
It is, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And the game you recommended me was He Is Coming.
Guys, I've been dropping secrets for 10 years, okay? If you follow the breadcrumb trail.
Imagine we just released... I mean, we've already spoiled that it's a mailbag, but imagine if we had released a loser titles for this episode, and there was just one the episode where Pete comes out. Pretty good, maybe. That's 2020.
But yeah, I was probably falling out of love with Warframe in 2023. Fully out of love with it now. I will install it once every 2 or 3 years now to just play the story expansions that I've missed. I have not played a new Warframe character build in several years. It's there's 60, and they were running out of fucking ideas at 30. They all kind of do the same thing. It's very much like a crowd controlled DPS style game now. All of them are just kind of the same thing. I only play Gyre because, again, gay. But her audio profile is very cool. Like, it's just like her powers make cool sound effects, and that's the thing that currently stimulates me. But Warframe for me is well and truly over at this point. I'll play it for the new cutscenes next year, I'm sure, and that's it. That's it. Yeah, I had 1,000 hours of gas in the tank, and it's over.
It's a better death than League of Legends for me, which I only will never reinstall because the launcher is it needs kernel access to install the launcher
That's
for
insane.
League of Legends. Yeah, it's for their anti-cheat, so it makes sense, right? But that's so they don't end up with as many hackers as CS:GO or
like Call of
CS2
Duty
right?
that they had to fucking launch and delist because all of a sudden the ISS could just hack into your PC because the anti-cheat on Call of Duty World War II is so bad.
I had a hacker in Star Wars Battlefront 2. We're doing 2v2, Jedis versus the bad guys. And when, the guy would just glitch through the wall and be on their spawn point at the beginning of the map. And you usually have to, run to the middle and meet in the middle or whatever. And he had access to all the abilities. It was actually kind of sick.
It was so cool.
He was on my team, so I was like, yeah. Hit it, man.
Go off.
Yeah.
Jamie, it's still your email, buddy.
Yeah.
Another side note, no, another side note that you can slide in beside the side note. Ethan, how's fatherhood been treating you?
Great. Obviously, I have a pretty good frame of reference. That's a cool thing about having kids is it's really easy to remember times in your life. So my daughter was just over a year old when you sent this email. So my answer would have been way different back then because it was still the dark times. My daughter didn't sleep for 18 months. She didn't get a consistent sleep schedule for that amount of time, but she around 18 months, she finally developed a pretty good one, and she's almost 36 months now. She's almost 3 years old. So much better now that she sleeps through the night consistently, and it's much easier. Obviously, she's the greatest thing that's ever happened to me, and yeah, fantastic. What a ride, man. You were talking Pete was talking about crystallized dopamine before when he was talking about playing a transformer in a game. I'm gonna say mine is probably my beautiful daughter.
Turning into a jet seems cooler, but I don't have a daughter, so
I'm never turning into a jet, so you might be right, Pete. I don't know.
Did we just meet in the middle?
Trade?
Yeah.
Transform my daughter into a jet.
So if you need any parenting tips, check out the great Bernie Mac. So he's there for you.
He was in Transformers, actually. Rip. He's dead.
What a whirlwind, Pete. Really the full range of human emotion there. He was in Transformers, he's dead.
Wow.
A piece of advice for you: be careful what songs you listen to. Go the Distance and from Hercules, and You'll Be in My Heart from Tarzan just hits different as a dad. Surprise 6 a.m. weepathon on my 6 a.m. drive home.
I can't say...
You'll Be in My Heart is just Phil Collins.
Yeah, he did the soundtrack for Tarzan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's so good, dude.
I don't know it. I don't
my way.
I can go the distance. That's right.
It is uncanny the way you get caught off guard sometimes with just overwhelming love. Just the most random thing will just catch you goddamn, that does make you weepy sometimes,
Oh, my daughter just turned into a jet and flew herself to school
for the very first time. So hard to say it. It's so hard letting go.
At any rate, keep doing what you're doing, fellas. I love the podcast and always look forward to the next episode.
Still love the podcast. Sorry.
The forklift guy. And you know what, Jason? Thanks for your email.
No auto reply. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'll send you a tongue out emoji.
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
Who's up next? Oh, one eye open, tongue out. That's so silly of us.
That's very flirty. It's very cute. He's a dad. What are you trying to do? All right. I've actually got another one here from Jason. Am I tiresome yet? No. That's your second email. Hope not, but it doesn't matter.
We trim some in between. No offense, Jason the Dungeon Dad, but we just had a block of 5 of your emails. Yeah, do send us all the emails you want. We read them. We decided to read 2 of them.
Yeah. Hello again, boys of lore. Stopping by again with some more comments, referrals, and other shit I can't quite categorize. I work 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Yikes. Just dropped all my kids off at school. Oh, they're not Jets yet, dude, or weren't in November 2023. Come on, what are you doing with them? And haven't slept yet. Damn it, James! How dare you do a fun episode on Bloodborne? I'm now going to buy an otherwise free game and its DLC.
Oh, was this one supposed to come first? Did we get them out of order?
Yeah.
What?
Sorry,
Google, you failed us. We got this email 4 days later. So,
well, all right. Thanks, Google. Whatever.
Confirmed.
Anyway. Ethan, I'm not sure if you're aware, but there's an app that converts MTG cards into D&D stat blocks. I goofed around with this for a while. It was pretty neat.
Not aware.
Cool. There's no link. Peter, in the most recent episode, in brackets, Chinese mythology, you mentioned Wo Long. Did you know it's inspired by real-life events in China? It's the Three Kingdoms period, which is also the basis of the Warrior series, like Dynasty Warriors to be specific. It might be a cool episode if you do. And it's, as of its exact moment, the only Elder Soulsborne game I've beaten. Well, that's it now for, I'm sure, I'll think of something else to email you guys about yours, the Forklift Guy. I never beat Wo Long because it ran like shit on my old PC, and then I never reinstalled it on my new one, but it's still on Game Pass. And I'm currently playing the other Chinese Souls-like that just came out called Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers, which is pretty tight. And CC Pete's back, boys. Like, I'm pretty open to the Chinese market. Some of the artwork they're putting out these days is very cool. And Mr. Jinping is pure evil, but like vastly less annoying than Donald Trump, let's be real. So I'm open to it.
Dynasty Warriors was kind of fun, man. I remember
Dynasty
playing
Warriors is stupid as fuck and awesome. It's so good. Yeah.
Just like ramming your army into other armies, having to think about how much you have to eat. Like if you have a really bad fight, you like lose a bunch of your units. You have to like heal up to keep going and stuff. I bet you the game's got so much better too. I played on PSP in 2003. Like they must have gotten so much better because I know they just keep making them.
I've never played Dynasty Warriors. The way you're describing it is not what I had in mind. I thought you were like a super soldier and you like went into the...
Or you're one guy, you kill 1,000 men in every single level. Yeah.
But you have like an army, like, and if you like take too long to be killing and stuff, like let's say you go in with 100 pikemen, like your next fight, if you lose 30 pikemen, you only have 70 pikemen in the next fight.
That's cool. That makes it like more appealing. I never played Dynasty Warriors. I did play Drakengard on the PS2, which is a similar vibe.
So we are ready to do our Nier episode. Never mind. I just need to watch the stage play because for some reason Drakengard is canon with the Nier games.
We've done a Nier episode also.
We have not. We have never talked about Milky White anime android thighs. Okay, it is not happening.
I mean, that's not true. We haven't done a Nier.
Fair enough.
I feel like I used to mention hentai every 2 episodes because it was funny to me in 2019. You know.
No auto reply on this one, buddy. But I'm going to give you a Wu Chang with a little winky number 3 face there, a little kitty cat. So yeah,
pretty cool.
Cool. Jamie says, "Wait a minute, who? No, different Jamie.
Are you padding out the runtime, Jibo?"
Yep. Hi guys, just writing to say I'd love to hear more Warcraft raid lore guides. Okay, it is actually Jamie.
It is.
As a former player, I sometimes get the itch, but would never go back. So those 2 episodes are a perfect way to live vicariously through Jamie. I never meet Illidan in TBC, so I would love to hear that or Anchorage from Classic. I'm also a huge fan of Souls games, so would be super keen for the lore of other lands in the Souls series, Astora, Karim, Vinheim, etc. Thanks from a fellow Jamie. Jamie B from A Place in England. Wow.
Hey, funny, it's such an English town name. It seems made up.
Stoke-on-Trent?
Yeah, exactly.
with hyphens in there or dashes.
Stoke-on-Trent on the Mims. It's just like, yes, of course. And it's like 400 people who live in just like those beautiful little English brick houses.
Yeah, I don't want to dox Saucy on the show. Well, I do want to dox Saucy on the show, but I won't. But where he's from sounds like a made up meme place. And we like did like we had a group call in the Discord. You should join the Discord g/loreboys, where we slowly through a series of 20 questions figured out where Saucy lived. And it had to do with like knowing where he worked and like Googling how many of those types of establishments were in a certain state and then narrowing it down. I'll tell you guys off air, but join discord.gg/loreboys and you might get to find out where Saucy lives too.
In your auto reply will be linked paper clips. the emoji.
Nice.
There you go.
All right, on to Elias X. Hi, lore boys. I'm back with a list of lore that might be interesting to cover. After the, at time of writing, Dragon Ball Beerus lore episode, I'd like to suggest more anime for lore dives, specifically One Piece lore. I had a really weird dream that I was in war with all the people from One Piece, and I don't think I can name all the people.
I was gonna say, do you know what any of them even fucking look like? I know there's
Luffy is the little
the
guy with the
stretchy
hat.
guy with the hat and the red vest,
Mhm.
but nothing else.
There's the girl with the big booba.
That near?
It's more of a
There.
thigh game.
That's all I really know. And I'm sorry, I know people love One Piece, but I haven't taken the 700 episode deep dive that it needs to take.
I think 700 is actually
I think that's way
lowballing
low.
it real hard.
Yeah, I think it's like half. I think it's like
I think you're up to the
1500
80s at
range.
700 or something fucking stupid like that.
I had a dream last night that I played my older brother in the NBA Finals, and nobody else on his team showed up, and I had LeBron and Jordan on my team. And we won. And then we had the after party, and it was just like in the shitty local community center that Jamie and I grew up in, and it was just like
I've been to weddings there.
Very sad effect.
I've been to weddings there. I've taken high school exams there. This
Yeah,
community
both.
center, it's like
Both.
could be whatever you
The
need.
community center, they're so valuable,
Yeah.
right?
Sorry, yeah. Specifically One Piece lore, maybe on world government and the Marines, possibly Dracul Mihawk, Mihawk Tua, and Attack on Titan lore.
I'm glad Pete's left didn't come through for your Hawk Tua joke. That's all I can say.
Did it not?
It didn't pick up on the mic, and I'm happy for it. Okay.
Thank God.
It's meant to. I felt like it's meant to land flat. Yeah. Because I'm the funny one, I would know. But anyways, I would also like to see episodes diving into more Transformers lore, especially Soundwave and Shockwave. That could be Pete. Anyways,
Yeah, I found out some very cool stuff. Shockwave, who has a very cool design in the live action movies, doesn't do much. He's mostly just like a big monster. I mean, not that a whole lot of the characters fucking matter in the movies that I love anyway. But I know in the comics, he is like he has like Frankenstein level experiments on other Transformers, which is very neat. So that's Shockwave is a very good idea, actually.
I think I've probably said it before, but Attack on Titan lore would honestly be very cool because I struggle watching certain anime sometimes where they drag their feet too much, and I found Attack on Titan absolutely did that. But what a cool fucking world that they built, man. Holy hell. Yeah. It's so absolutely sick. I've
only seen the first episode because I had the same problem with you. I was just like, fuck, the end of that was real good, but Christ almighty. Getting to the end of that 22-minute episode was a real trek. That was 800 episodes of One Piece, getting up to the end of that one right there.
Yeah, but absolutely, I would probably have a very good time actually just reading the wiki and figuring out what the fuck's going on with the world, because big giant skinless giants.
I think Sasquatch is real and like a demigod or something in Attack on Titan.
I just want to give a quick shout out to Archlord Dirk, who posted 2 pictures of little carpets that you're supposed to put in front of your toilet. One has Shadow the Hedgehog with a gun, and it says "nice cock," and the other one is Rouge the Bat. It says "pissing all by yourself, handsome" in the description.
Oh, I know a YouTuber who has the "pissing all by yourself, handsome" carpet, and I very much want it.
I've seen that one a lot too. Yeah.
It's
like, sounds like you're frying chicken in there, baby. Anyways, that was X. So thanks a lot, X. I sent you an awesome thanks, and we have another one from X right away.
But that's me.
Yeah,
this time.
I mean, it's X. It's Xander. We've already read 2 of his emails. We don't need to sugarcoat it too much here, but
this is just a picture. It says "More Metal Gear lore, please," especially see image below, and is a picture of a cyborg, and the subtitle says "Memes: The DNA of the Soul."
Yeah, more Metal Gear lore.
I'm hitting you with the based right now, and
and
on to Ethan.
I got one from Henry. Henry says, "Hi, lore boys. Greetings from Singapore. Hi, Singapore. Been listening to your WoW lore podcast since I discovered you on Spotify and greatly entertained by it. I was just thinking about this topic of WoW that may have been touched upon in previous episodes, but could be a great standalone episodes about all the cults in the WoW universe, like the Scarlet Crusade, Cult of the Damned, and Twilight Hammer, their motives, and what converted people to be loyal followers of their beliefs. Just my 2 cents, and keep up the good work. Best regards, Henry. Henry, that's a good fucking tip, man. What the hell? That's smart as hell. And I'm gonna say thanks for the tip, because we got auto replies back, baby.
Hell yeah. Finally.
Let's roll right on into the next one. We got Caleb. What's up, Caleb? I'm wondering if this is Bison, because I believe Bison
is it our
Bison's
Caleb?
name is Caleb, but I don't think he would have signed it Bison. I don't think it can possibly be Bison. I'm also not
or
sure.
He would have said Kinetic kill yourself, which is probably a way more likely thing that he would have said.
It was Kinetic cut your balls off. Thank you, Peter.
Whatever, sorry.
I was in that Jackbox created t-shirt game.
Fuck, dude. Dude. What is it? Titty Make Me Immortal, the PS2 t-shirt, still available. It has not been DMCA'd. Get it while it's fucking hot.
If you're listening back to the mailbags, that was at mailbag 3. So 2 episodes ago, right after that, we got that shirt.
Yeah. I'm also looking up how Caleb spells his name. He spells it with a C. And my source is the file that I named for his dating audition, which I still have on my PC here. So
right.
Shout out Bison, the only person that ever sent us a dating audition tape.
That was so funny. Oh yeah. I remember we streamed that, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
it was on a mailbag.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm like nostalgic for my own fucking show now. That's so funny.
That's fun.
Fucking forgot about that.
Mailbag,
yeah, it was brilliant.
All right, well, we got a new Caleb. What's up, Caleb? And this Caleb loves the spooky season. Hey, guys, I stumbled on your podcast about a month ago and have been listening routinely ever since. I communicate quite a bit for work, and you guys have kept me company ever since. That's nice. Lore Boys is the only podcast I listen to consistently, so thank you for giving me something to enjoy.
I'm sorry, I'm like, us getting so drunk we're all progressively forgetting how to read is just very funny to me. It's pretty nostalgic, man.
Personally, I mean, just kidding. I'm personally a huge fan of Halloween and looking for possible spook lore you may be considering putting out there. I can make a million suggestions, but I've narrowed it down to one, and that is Fatal Frame. I chose this one because I feel like it might have enough content to actually make a full episode out of. Either way, I will be listening to y'all in the future and appreciate anything you publish. So please never stop. Thanks again for the entertainment. Love always, Caleb.
So I don't know what Fatal Frame is. Obviously, I don't know how much there actually is to it, or if you're right about your assertion that there's enough for a full episode. But for anyone listening that wants to suggest an episode to us, that is like the number one thing that you should pre-check. Is there actually enough here? Like Jamie said about the PS2 Link game earlier. Sometimes we do like, and I have like written half scripts. I've stopped scripts partway through because I'm like, there's just not enough here to make this take as long as we would want it to take. Not that we like, and I think we've really strayed from the trying to stick to a certain amount of time with our episodes, but it's nice to have like at least enough to talk about that we don't feel like we're just filling the air with us doing a bunch of filler words like and
does the protagonist have a full paragraph about themselves? Is a really great start. When you're suggesting something we might not know of, because I've done this to myself where I'm playing something, I'm like, damn, this shit rules. And Remnant from the Ashes, right? Like Remnant 2, I went hard into that game. Loved it.
Yeah.
Didn't read all the descriptions. Like some of the item descriptions are like single sentences, not really like a lot of connective tissue there. And then I was like, I'm gonna do this. I fucking loved it. It's great. Chaz loves it. He suggested it to me at some point. And then I remember looking into it, and it's the entire wiki is 500 words. And I'm like,
yeah.
Guess not.
There's
you
a
can
way
control what people put into their game, right?
No, exactly.
There's a way to do it. Like what the Snake Nokia episode, where we got an hour because there's a really interesting story of like Nokia as a company, and it like paralleled with Snake, and there's no Snake lore. You're just you eat the things, you know? But I remember really enjoying that episode. We recorded it at Peter, so it must have been 2019, 2018.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's an angle on certain things, but most of the time.
Certain things, yeah. I'm just saying, if you want to pre-vet for us, because we do check out your suggestions sometimes, not all the time, but number one, like the number one thing that will make me close your suggestion fastest is like Pete says, if I open up if I start doing my research and I go, there's nothing here, I'm going to have to commit so much time to make this work. I'll probably just close it.
Yep.
it's a thing you can't just fucking play yourself. Because like in some cases, if you can read it, or for me, like I'm not an audiobook guy, or like listen to it, watch it, right? Like we did Vampire 3D last week. I just watched both the movies and then read about it, so I had context. I did not read 60 novels in Japanese, right? But there's enough there that it's been spread out. Whereas, like, again, if your protagonist doesn't have a first name, I don't know what you want me to do with that, dude. Honestly, right? Yeah.
I really like the name of the next guy in his email, and I didn't realize
I'm
who
gonna
it
dox this dude. Yeah.
I mean, I don't have it open, but I'm reading the subject line. It's a relatively new member of the Discord server who I've really enjoyed. You're great.
Yeah.
But we'll get to it.
Greetings, boys of lore. It is I, Jonathan E. Mail. But as I am a man of many names, you may know me by one of my aliases, including but not limited to Doug, not MacArthur, Mayonnaise Man, Jimmy Baseball, fucking incredible, Thug Sheldon, and Light Switch Fucker. Don't ask. All right. I hope this electronic letter finds.
He's also evil Phil Collins in the Discord right now. So.
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah.
It's really hard to follow.
I love
there's
evil Phil Collins.
If there's less lore about the protagonist of your suggestion than evil Phil Collins, I'm not fucking doing it on the show. All right, it's not gonna happen. I hope this electronic letter finds all three of you well. It does. That licorice is kicking the fucking beating the brakes off me right now. It's crazy. All three of you well, it doesn't get stolen by any of the time goblins plundering the great trade routes in which this letter is passing through. As you three may know, I am dying of something. I haven't decided what cliche disease or illness is to put you on the spot yet. I'll come up with it later. Did he? Is it being evil Phil Collins? Is that a terminal illness?
Terminal.
Okay. Being evil Phil Collins is terminal. Do you do a bad soundtrack to Tarzan if you're evil Phil Collins instead of a fucking based one?
Yeah, it's kind of transmitted in the air tonight, I think. So you can.
Okay, yeah. You listen to your heartbeat. It's just the drums from the beginning, just like. You may want to sit down for this, Mr. Miller. Like takes his glasses off. He's like, Mr. Miller, you're evil Phil Collins. And
oh, but I was regular Phil Collins just a few weeks ago.
We would suggest that anybody who is evil Phil Collins get their affairs in order as quickly as they can. Speak to your family and find perhaps a new home for any of the pets you have. It's like, I wouldn't buy anything that would expire. No avocados on your grocery list.
Dude, when I was a young kid, grew up in a small town, right? And me and my friend Pat, we were just going out fishing on the local river, and we're just fishing there. And a car pulls into like this. It's literally just like a spot off of the road. It's not a parking lot or anything. It's just a spot where you could go fishing. And they pull in with their car, and that song is playing right up to the duk-unk, and
Hell
they just.
Yeah.
A woman gets out of the left side, a man gets out of the right, and they just start making out on the hood of the car. Just blasting in the air tonight. And we're there fishing, looking over like, what the hell, man? But yeah.
No one will ever have a better first date than that.
It gets me hot and bothered, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So.
I was passionate.
I will say one of the funniest videos ever, up there with Bumber 15, is just like the slow intro to In the Air Tonight, and that there's like a deer walking through someone's yard, and it just like stumbles over a plastic slide, and its body goes like boom, 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 and then it just hits its stride again as if nothing happened. It's just like meant to do that. It's like one of the greatest fucking things I've ever heard. Anyway, here we go. Enclosed is a treasure map. You must go to each marker on this map to find the clues necessary to uncover the treasure, but more importantly, the value of friendship. But be warned, on your quest there will be many hardships, like probably those time goblins or something, and one cliche where the group splits up after a disagreement because one of you decides not to tell the other members of the group something important relating to the quest for cliche reasons, but then you'll make up and get back together during the climax and beat the bad guys, who are probably either the time goblins or the deep lore boys. Something, 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 power of friendship. Toodaloo, Jonathan email.
Did you guys know that Texas was that far west from Alabama?
Yeah.
I really did.
It's just Oh man, there's like 2.5
It is,
stations
I guess,
away.
important for the listeners at home to know that Doug sent us a map of all the Buc-ee's in East Texas, and one in Alabama and one in Georgia.
And one in Georgia, yeah.
They're
A map
pretty
of
much
that.
only in Texas. So I think that's probably all Buc-ee's locations. And I've
Okay.
heard Buc-ee's are amazing. Like you go to them
Okay.
and you could buy cowboy boots, the best chicken you ever had, and get your gas filled. And like you go there and it literally
If you're blasting in the air tonight when you pull up to a Buc-ee's, the cashier legally has to make out with you. So
Hell yeah.
Sure.
Just say.
No auto reply on this one, so I sent him gonna get a sandwich. But I did watch a YouTube video where a guy, he does fast food challenges where he eats at the same restaurant 3 meals a day for an entire week. And he does spend a lot of time getting diarrhea in his car. And he did do Buc-ee's, but I know about Buc-ee's from that video, and their menu's fucking crazy.
They have everything. Yeah.
And he's just like, this is one of the best pulled pork sandwiches I've ever had in my life, which he bought it. I think it's a gas station, right? It's not a restaurant, or it's like our place when we leave the farm that we go to. It's like the all-in-one, right?
Like the truck.
It's meant to be a gas station, but it's grown so big that they have their own brands. Like their Buc-ee's, like pork rinds are supposed to be like really, really good. Like they just make their own stuff too, kind of like other places.
You have to understand, listeners, we're poor, idiotic Canadians. We don't have this nice culture that you guys have. Okay,
Right.
So, dear listeners,
Have you
we don't
guys
have
seen,
Buc-ee's.
have you guys seen the guy who does stealth camping on YouTube? And you want to know what stealth camping?
1,000 guys who do that.
So stealth camping for this is like he's like, I'm gonna sleep in a roundabout tonight. And he
Wait a second.
He goes
That's crazy.
into a roundabout and he lays there and he films the whole thing. He's like, yeah, I'm eating this turkey sandwich. As long as you don't come in and out of here too much, everything's gonna be okay. And then he's like, I gotta go out. I gotta see if my phone light is making it. And then he films himself going out. He's like, I think a security guard saw me coming out of the roundabout. I think I really screwed it up. And stuff. And it's high stakes. Let me see if I can find this guy.
I like to watch the guys camping in northern Canada because it's like a thing that I've done. And it's just like, I've never made the like angled, like the triangular like pine tent roof, right? With the little fire there. But I've done, I like camping in the snow. I'm very much an Arctic beast.
Steve Wallace is his name, and he's Canadian, and he just sleeps overnight in weird ass places.
Hell yeah.
And one time he makes like a pile of pallets that he makes like as a thing he pulls behind
the pallet
his car.
trailer. Yes, I did see that. Yeah.
And he stays in and he watches the hockey game and makes like crock pot soup or something.
Yeah.
And then but he always has to get out. Like if he just stayed there, it wouldn't be a video. But he always gets out in the middle of the night to be like, I gotta film the 360 of my place, and that's when he always gets caught and runs in. It's the stupidest fucking thing.
The pallet trailer was fucking awesome. I remember watching that whole video where it's obviously it's all fake. It's like World War II like disguises that you would put out like in the middle of nowhere, right? And it's like the stack of pallets has like multiple hidden security cameras. And then he is making like a 7-hour stew in his pallet shack for some fucking reason in a crock pot.
He's at a hardware store. If he just slept in the car in the nobody would care. Like nobody cares. He's making this game that doesn't exist. But it's very funny.
And you're watching it, man. So
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
Have we done enough? Should we call it there?
Yeah, let's call it. We got more for later.
Say goodnight to them all you beautiful listeners. Thanks for sending in your emails, everyone. It means the world to us. Hope you guys like this episode. I know it's not if you're relatively new to the show and you're just listening to this episode, I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, little guy. I hope you had a good time. All right.
Send us an email. You'll enjoy the next one even more.
Playfully.
Yeah. If we didn't read yours, by the way, there are more that we will get to, and this is a great out for us. If we don't have time to write one week,
thank you for that, dear listeners.
Just do this again. Yeah.
Yeah.
When we have to catch up with an episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Patreon. There's links in the description. Go read the description. What are you doing with your life? Go read the description of this podcast episode that you're listening to and see if you want to click any of those fun, shiny links that are in there. Okay.
You should. Buy my book.
And I think that would constitute a lore
Boys.
Lore boys. Auto reply.
Bye.